This season, we will present the information ignored by the media and the police.
We know what our friends want us to know about their marriages.
So, Kate, you've done episodic television, but never a full-on series. This is your first.
No, it was really fun. I loved it.
What convinced you to do it?
You know what else? I realized we had like one of those perfect. I mean, it was COVID, very, very different. You know, we were at the height of the pandemic and everything that was going on in California at the time. So it was definitely challenging, trying to manage that part of it and the anxiety around it. But you know, looking down on it now, we were home. I could be with my kids. I was working with the phenomenal Octavia Spencer. That was just a total dream. And also a trick to anybody else out there, that if you have an actual two-hander and then we both got days off. So we weren't working every day. Sometimes I would take over the load and Octavia got to go home. And vice versa. So it was really a nice balance.
You have to help me find out what happened to my husband. Seeking answers is never a straight line. Oh my God.
Octavia, let's talk about the second season. How is it different than the first? What should people expect?
It's definitely going to still have the twists and turns, and you're going to keep asking yourself who done it. But I think it's a much more intimate or deals more with the intimacies of Poppy's relationship first with her best friend from childhood. Well, I was about to reveal some stuff and I had to pull that back. Let's just
pull it back.
It's big. It's a big season, but it actually is dealing with personal relationships and personal losses and grief. And personal to Poppy, personal to Micah, personal to Poppy's family. So it makes the ride bumpier and more exciting. And the Poppy has to examine her motives and the motives of everyone around her, and basically figure out, who do I trust? As she moves forward and solving the mystery, or trying to help solve the mystery.
Micah's character comes in and sort of stirs the series up a little bit inside of the dynamic of all of Poppy's life. So it's just that's what the season just hits a little bit more personally.
So, Octavia, let's talk about some of those themes. You know, in one of the first scenes, we have Marcus being confronted by police officers.
Well, I mean, you can't have a lead or a show that's examining a Black lead and the people around her. It wouldn't be truthful not to include that, because it's sadly it's prevalent in society. So I'm excited that we get to explore that in a very real and unique way with Marcus. And I feel like it's very nuanced too, and see how it affects people, because sometimes if it's not your reality, you can't really grasp what it means for other people. So getting to take that journey with Marcus and his family and the repercussions of the racism, it's very interesting. And my God, Mekhi Phifer is amazing playing
Incredible.
Marcus, so.
And Kate, you play this self-help, wellness, self-love guru. Did you model her after anyone? I can't help but think of Goop and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Micah's her own beast, let's be honest. But I think honestly, I thought a lot about Tony Robbins and what it is to actually speak to people's motivation. It was a very different thing, to like Micah's thing is how to optimize people's lives. And she's kind of created all of these tools based on her own life experience. And she's sort of, I think, in turn kind of believes her own hype, so to speak, that she actually, is this great guru. Um, and that was really kind of fun for me to delve into. Just I know what it's like to have people kind of ask me the question, but not necessarily feel that I'm capable of giving a professional answer. And now with Micah, I actually got to pretend as if I really do have all the answers. So a different kind of dynamic. But really, she is a delicious character, and for me, it was just really trying to understand narcissistic behavior and how that can, as a young child, start to, and why people become narcissists. And so that was something I played on a lot with her, and how that manifests as you get older, and and then the war that's happening inside of her all the time, and like anybody, like any character you would play, and this connection with Poppy, this friendship that's basically put to the test throughout this whole season. And so it was a lot to unpack, and she was really fun, really fun to play.
So now, Kate, I know you want to tell me everything about Knives Out 2. So spill. What do you got for me? Besides that, you filmed in
I'm just under
Greece.
lock and key for all of these things. I was saying to Octavia, I can't talk about anything. I'm trying. We're both tiptoeing around truth be told, and then everyone asks a little about Knives Out 2, and there's nothing to say there except everybody's wonderful. I feel very lucky to be in it, and everybody's a blast.
Are you surprised though when you hear $450 million for 2 movies?
Oh, I don't even want to say anything. I'm just scared. I'm scared. I'm going to get a call from Ryan. No, nicest man in the world, by the way, Ryan Johnson. Oh my gosh, what a gem.
And then Octavia, I have to ask you about something I know you can talk about, Right to Try.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how did that come about? How did you become a producer on Right to Try?
I think my producing partner, Brian Clisham, first read about it in Variety, and he's like, "You have to see this." And I was so moved by his story. We've been, man, how many years has it been since we've been trying to get a cure for
40.
HIV/AIDS? I mean,
40
ooh,
years.
40 years. And I think if we're close to finding a cure because of the personal sacrifices, I just felt like I needed to be a part of telling a story. And it's the David and Goliath story, and he needs to be compensated for there's so much I could say,
Right.
but I know that we're going to be premiering soon, and I'm excited for the world to see that wonderful documentary.
My name is Poppy Parnell, and I will not give up until I have the truth.